Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today in Eclipse, it's going to be Action versus Scan. It's an RJB replay sent to me over the Discord server, which again, if you want to join the Discord server, it's a fun place to be with a lot of Brood War fans. We talk about StarCraft, we talk about SSL, and it's a good place to be. Top right, it's going to be our Red Terran player. It is Scan. And in the bottom left, it's Action. So two players at the top of their game. So, it's going to be a TVZ. We're going to see a lot of Marines, I feel like. And maybe Scan is going to go mech a little bit. He has done that in the past on my channel against Zerg. And it's a pool first play here. Holy smokes! Is that a 4-pool? A 4-pool opening here from Action. The macro Zerg. You got to mix it up if you're known for a strategy. So, hey... I have not seen this in such a long time. Scout it, Scan, scout it. Do not go command center first, dude. That is a build order loss here on a 2-player map. Especially. Barracks, hard wall off, hard wall. Yes, okay, so Scan says barracks? Okay. All right. Fair enough. 6 lings on the way. Sub 130. He's got 4 drones. 4 drones to 11 SCVs. And here the lings go. Da 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 da. I know that's a siege tank line, but I feel it's appropriate in this case. And bam, this is why we SCV scout, guys. This is why we SCV scout. Hurry, hurry, hard wall, hurry. There we go. So pulling in the boys. Hard wall, hard wall. Well, we don't have enough minerals to hard wall, but we are making a marine here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so SCVs are pretty good fighters against Zerglings. The control here from Action is good. Are we just flooding lings here? What is going on? Marine. In a bunker. Okay, so that is safe. Bunker versus unupgraded lings. Nicely done. So it's 11 SCVs to 5 drones. Oh, we are droning up here. Finally. Here at 3 minutes. And yo. That. Can we save this? Can we save this supply depot? I don't know if we can, guys. We've got 1 Marine. Making another Marine. And yeah, this bunker placement is pretty good. Holy smoke. Supply blocked here is Scanned, but he is making another supply depot. You're gonna expand here. You are going to expand Action, aren't you? Wow. So yeah, some SCVs did die. Oh, there's that egg. Oh, interesting. If you select it... Oh, yeah. No, it's an egg. Fair enough. Anyway, all right. So, barracks up. We are building very, very carefully here because we are worried about potential more speedlings showing up. We have no idea what Action is up to here. Maybe he went for speed early. Maybe there are like 20 speedlings that are going to show up here. Try to pounce on this bunker and take it down. The more walling there is, the better it is for that. But no, the lings are going home. We are saturated in the gas now, but not before the expansion. So I think Action maybe is going to try to get into just more of a standard little ZVT here today. But what an absolutely crazy opening. Wow. I don't know that I've seen a 4-pool in years on the channel. Even part of the cheese comps that I've been posting. It hasn't been something that we've seen very much here. So Whew, that's why you SCV scout, man. I know I've said that already. Oh, look at this. I like this idea. He's like, hey, if you want to try to drone up and try to catch up in workers, that means you don't have a lot of units, right? What if we pushed out with a ton of Marines? What if your Lings didn't have speed yet? What if you... Yeah, your first 100 gas went to a lair. What if we got a really interesting time here? I like this. And then expanding behind it from scan. He's like, all right. You tried to get aggressive on me and you're trying to catch up economically. So what if we punished that? There is a sunken here. So that's going to help quite a bit. But that's a good number of Marines. There is no medic support. The Lings are a problem. Except they don't have any speed. Ugh, this is interesting. Okay. All right. Marines are trying to slip on behind this mineral line, and they do successfully out of range of the sunken. All mining at the second base has been completely stopped here. SCV scouts in, sees the lair. Wonderful stuff. Metabolic boost is on the way, but all mining at the second base is stopped. Lings countering out the other way here. Academy coming in? Yes. Finally, an Academy coming in. This is an incredibly aggressive TVZ. Wow. Both sides kind of just not willing to just hang out. This has been both sides sending out early stuff. Spire coming in. Uh-oh. The Lings have the speed now. They are so much scarier. Oh, scan, buddy. Scared. Your second base. SCV, RNG. He does finish it, and he's able to lift it off. That was huge. But how do you deal with this? How do you deal with your second base doesn't exist right now? Academy coming in. I imagine... Okay, it is stim, and medic production needs to start here pretty soon. He does. Fires up 2 medics. Man, jumping on this totally sucks. I need an epic tag. All right, he's going to try it. Lings can only attack a couple at a time here, but that's enough. So he does lose a bunch of Zerglings, especially down on this side, but he clears that out. Now he can mine from a second base, finally. But the second base is rolling pretty heavily at a 28-16 worker advantage here from Scan. So, my goodness. Engineering Bay coming in. He is worried about Mutas. +1 flyer attack getting started. And no Mutas actually in production here, strangely enough. There we go. Does start up a Mutalisk, but it takes him a minute to get there. Like, the guy definitely went for +1 flyer. Okay, I mean, we have fire bats out here. There's just no way. This is not happening. Yeah, medics are healing up the SCVs. Good, I mean, good try, dudes, but it's not happening here and all. Not with fire bats, not with medics, not with a bunker here. In conjunction with the Mutalisks you're producing, yes, maybe you can bust through this action. But man, Action doesn't have a third base at 8 minutes. Again, if you're going to call yourself the Action Zerg, sometimes you got to mix it up. You got to make people fear your ability to kill them early as well sometimes. Right? Otherwise, they just never scout you, and they just prepare for whatever strategy you're known for, which is just macro. Maybe they show up with timings of attacks that are really good against macro openings, and you die all the time. But no, this way, you mess it up, folks. All right, Mutas dive bombing in here from the south side. There are 3 of them here. I mean, come on. We're not going crazy, but the +1 flyer attack indicates that, yes, we are going crazy with these Mutalisks. It's a whole bunch, man. Okay, so Marines inside the main base. That range upgrade is finishing up here. Stim is done. Range kicks in soon. Oh, the Marine, there it is. Now range kicks in and Stim. And Scan knows the timing on that. He's like, all right, cool. I keep thinking this is a drone moving out to get a third base, but my man, Action here is just straight up all the time 2 base in it. All right. Well, at this point, I think maybe if you came into the game at this stage, you'd be like, yeah, this makes sense, right? This is a TVZ. We got Mutas out here, harass the natural base. It's a third base for the Zerg is coming in now. Now that the Mutas can kind of control the map. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit later than usual, so you probably have an inkling that something weird happened in the first couple of minutes of the match, and you'd be definitely right about that because something did. But this is great control from Action, man. Wow, 2 more Marines get wiped out. Are there enough? I don't know if there's enough here, especially with the fire bats. Wow, Lings jump in. I don't know what that was, but that was terrible. But I guess distracted these guys from getting back up into the main base. Turrets get wiped out as they were under construction. Scan kind of getting bullied here just a little bit. But the Mutaflock went from 11 all the way down to 7. Can't be happy about that. Continuing to make mutas here. Mix in drones. Trying to get that drone count up too. It's 39 to 20 workers though. I mean, at this stage of the game, yes. We do expect a certain level of worker deficit. If we are looking at a Zerg player here, especially in this matchup, but that's a lot. Just trading out Marines for Mutalisks here, man. And +1 attack is done. It's a big upgrade for Mutas. Those little Glaive Worm bounces do extra damage too. Yeah, he's Mutalisking all the time right now. He's trying to fight it, but I mean, good grief. Just trying to keep the Muta count down at this stage. This is, wow, I haven't seen somebody really commit so much to Mutalisks in a while. I think Jadong in a TVZ that I posted recently was doing this, but this is Action being like, yeah, you know what's a good unit? Mutalisks. They can fly. They can attack ground. They can attack air. They're great. They're super good. Yeah, I mean, Scan's not panicking here, right? Is actually getting a Valkyrie out. That's exciting stuff. Hydra Den is on the way, because at some point you have to realize that Mutas are not going to be able to deal with a ton of Marines with +1 or even +1/+1. So yeah, let's get some Lurker stuff out. Lurker Aspect is on the way. Where are my Valkyries? Valkyrie prepared? Yes. Valkyrie is prepared. So, I mean, at this point, once the Valkyrie gets a hit off, yeah, the Mutas are like, wait. No, we don't want to fight a Valkyrie. If we had Scourge, oh, really? He comes back in? Man, he comes back in. Absolutely crazy. So, one Valkyrie here, another Valkyrie in production. This is really dicey, dude. I guess if you... Trying to keep the Valkyrie on the backside here so it doesn't get jumped on and sniped, but if it's too far away to actually fire on the Mutas as they're coming in, that can get dicey too. Okay, well, we're doing all right. Good snipe on a medic. Medic snipes are always good for Mutas. Always good for the Zerg in general. And now the Scourge show up, and now it's easier to jump on here. It's going to get really chaotic. Oh, no, he decides to just fall back. So he makes the Scourge, decides not to jump on this whatsoever. I guess it's a bit of a move out here from Scan. He's working on that +1 armor. He's working on science vessels. I think he got a radiate during all of that chaos. I have to imagine that's an upgrade you're not going to forget about when your enemy has, 27 Mutalisks. So 3 Valkyries, man. That is a number of Valks for sure. Mutas. Valkyries, do they want to engage? Kind of, yeah. I mean, there are 4 Valkyries now. That Scan is one of the players that I think uses Valkyries more often than other Terrans. But anyway, good grief. All right, so we're going to try to bust in. These Lurkers got in there just in the gosh darn nick of time. Holy cow. All right, well, maybe we can, yeah, supply block on action. There we go. Woof. Further supply block on action. Overlord's going down. The Radiate is coming in now. It was not done yet. I was wrong about that. How many Lurkers are stacked there? 3 Lurkers stacked. Scourge make no connections on the Valkyries. Another Overlord. There's one you can kill. Worried about Scourge popping out of these eggs, but there you go. Overlord dead. Scourge made a connection. Took down one of the Valkyries. That hurts. That definitely hurts. But having 3 Valkyries remaining is not bad either. These Mutas have not been able to do anything. I think he's going for it now, though. Is he? Oh my gosh. Bunker. Triple turret. 2. Okay, there are 5 turrets inside the natural base. Not all together, but, still covering each other. Oh, hang on. The Valkyries alone. The Mutas do bruise all of them up. But all the Valkyries just got wiped out because they decided to fight those Mutalisks. But that means they're less effective. I don't know how much value those guys had anyway. Okay, yeah, I mean, at this point, it's even harder to fight this Marine Ball with one. I keep waiting for that one infantry armor to come in here, but it's not quite there yet. Nidus Canal coming in. It's another scan. He scans in, irradiates 2 of the lurkers. Science Vessel does go down to Scourge. Ah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. So 46 to 38 workers. It's a better place to be here. Action has been defending this aggression pretty effectively. He has been able to drone up a whole bunch here. He's getting into his bag, right? He's getting into consume. He's getting into... Obviously, we're going to get some Dark Swarm here. I mean, if there's any kind of plague that would come up next, that'd be nice too. But obviously, that is in the back of Action's mind. Any sign of a third base here? Yeah, it looks like the attempt here is going to get a third base on the high ground. Good against Zerg for sure. Good against everybody, honestly. High ground third bases are fantastic. They're really, really good. Yeah, there's your Plague. Plague's getting fired up here. Mutos, I mean, will regen their health just very, very slowly over time. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, then the Irradiate. Ugh, split off there. Not great. I'll give that like a C grade on the Irradiate. Second Irradiate. Split again. Not bad, but golly. Okay, so that Mutaflock went from fairly hefty. Oh, look at him chase too. It's like, Mutalisks, get out of here. Get out of the house. All right, Adrenal is on the way. Hydralisks being added in all the time for more lurkers. So yeah, Plague, Adrenal, Science Vessels. This is how we do. This is how we do SK Terran in the TBZ realm. Yeah, do you guys see the SSL groups? Man, those are some dangerous, dangerous groups out there, man. For that second group stage, I guess the round of 16 is what they're calling it, but yeah, that is... One of the groups has 3 Toss and a Terran, or a Zerg in it? I'm trying to remember who it was. I don't know if it was Soulkey who ended up in a group with 3 other Protoss players, but that's an interesting setup for sure. Metasynaptic Node is on the way. 2 factories coming in. I don't know. 2 more Is Scan trying to get into the mech here? It kind of seems like maybe he is. Okay, irradiates on those lurkers is fine. Scourge on a Science Vessel. Okay, one gets sniped, the other one connects. So 1 more Scourge hit is all it takes on that Science Vessel. 154 to 111 supply, and a supply block on Action again. Plague does catch a couple of those Science Vessels. A bigger Plague on all of those Marines. It is hard to see that sometimes. And it's a red color of the Terran, but yo, that's massive. So now you got to put these guys on a walkabout so that they don't drain all the energy off of these medics, but it totally takes them out of contention. The Matrix Firebats trying to take down these lurkers at the top of this ramp so that an attack can come in, and it does seem to work here. The Firebats died, but they did what they needed to do. They busted up this ramp, and this base is probably going to get canceled. Moving out here a little bit. These guys been healed up yet? No. They need to be healed up before this engagement starts. The medics are trying to top these guys off as well as they can. This hatch is definitely going to die. Another Plague goes down on a handful of those Marines on that group, but this 4th base does die. It's 3 bases to 3 bases. More Mutalisks are going down here. Those Mutalisks are providing value through vision, if nothing else, and as they go down, there's less vision on the map for Action. He does have an Overlord over here that he's hiding. I'm pretty sure this Science Vessel can see it. Yes, it definitely can. Ling check to make sure there's not a base up here, that we're not getting crushed. Okay, retaking another 4th base up this left side at about a 9 o'clock position, or a 10 o'clock position if you would prefer. So yeah, Scan being up about 50 supply is pretty good. Oh, 1 Science Vessel that got sniped by a Hydra though. Yeah, Dark Swarm is up. Nuts, a ginormous Plague. That is one of the bigger Plagues you're ever going to see. Oh, that hurts. That caught 3 Science Vessels. 4 Science Vessels? I think it caught 6 Science Vessels and a whole ton of Marines, and we're just letting the medics use all their energy on trying to heal these poor plagued up boys. Absolutely insane plagues today from Action. We are adding tanks into the mix here, maybe in response to the fact that there are Hydras out on the map here. Which, again, more popular in the current meta to just sprinkle Hydras into the group. Just because you can Dark Swarm them and they'll fight Marines really well, and they can pick off plagued science vessels really, really fantastically effectively too. Oh my gosh, the Plague, and there's the Dark Swarm. Okay. Action is putting all of these pieces together really well. He doesn't care he's 50 supply down. These Hydras can handle plagued Marines. Haha, Warhammer. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. These Hydras are just like, la, 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 la. That's what the tanks are for, right? The Hydras are really effective in the hands of a great Zerg player, which Action is. But then tanks start coming out onto the map, and then it's bad times for everyone who is on the ground, including Hydralisks. What are these Marine? How did you guys get separated from the group, guys? I mean, you could snipe a couple drones if you want. Maybe. They are deep into enemy territory right now. I don't know. Okay, they're going to try to kill a drone. Hey, a drone died. Okay, well, that was good. Huh. Ooh, look at this, 4th base. Okay, so 4 base to 4 base, and it looks like Action's going to take a 5th base out this top left. So from a game that started with a 4 pool, are you serious? Okay, jump on the tanks. Yes, Dark Swarm, jump on the tank. Dark Swarm, Lurker, the Marines. Yes. Yeah, I mean, Action is just putting this together in an absolutely fantastic way. I'm very, very, very impressed by all of this. I don't know that running up this way to this group is a great idea. The Fire Bats are in the mix here because of the Dark Swarms. Okay, and then the Plague, man. Yes, you could fight. Oh my gosh, the Plagues from Action have been some of the best I have ever seen in a TVZ. He is crushing it with the spellcasting today in a way that I've not seen in some time. Yeah, Scan doesn't win this game. I'm going to pretty much blame it entirely on the Plague, because they've been hitting hard and consistently ever since Plague got researched. Okay, bit of a choke here. Another nice Dark Swarm again. Gotta fall back. Maybe you can siege up your tank, and then you catch a Plague when you stop moving. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, Lurker Egg dies. Splash damage inside the Dark Swarm. Problematic. Irradiate all those dudes. Scan needs to put some pressure on this 5th base or expand himself, and that's going to be hard to do expanding down this way, which would be the logical choice for him of where to go next. Trying to jump on these tanks. Oh my gosh, some of them have been plagued too, so these adrenalings are like, yeah, no. This is not really your kind of day, siege tank boys. Yeah, this is just using all the tools of Zerg. Adrenalings, plagues, Dark Swarms, so well today. Action is not just the macro Zerg. His micro is on point. His decision making, his compositional choices, his ability to get plagues off and follow up on those plagues is just absolutely insane. Some more irradiates. On that, Defiler would have been a good irradiate too. Fall back, Dark Swarm up, and then you catch a Plague. The Dark Swarm forced the Terran to fall back, and then Plague where he is combo is so good. It's still 176 to 125 supply though. I mean, Scan A does manage to get some pressure up here. Everything gets plagued again. Like, I'm feeling pretty good about these Fire Bats inside the Dark Swarm, and then like the Plague happens, and it's like, all right. Well, that's tough. I mean, as a Terran, I'm not even a Terran player, but I feel like as a Terran player, you are just tilting right now at how good these Plagues have been. You're trying to engage with the Zerg at all, Plague. Oh, what's that? Free AoE that takes all of my HP away? I mean, look, it's not as bad as Storm, because Storm will just kill a group of Marines. Plague does not technically kill the group of Marines, but it does a gosh darn the second closest thing to it here. At attack at the 4th base at the 12 o'clock. Fire Bats need to get inside those Dark Swarms post-haste, and they are. And, Science Vessels getting chased by Hydras when they've been plagued. They're not quite down to 0 HP yet. This is such a chaotic scene right now. Siege tanks firing away inside those Dark Swarms. Lurkers trying to come up this ramp, dying immediately. Good positioning there by Scan to shut that thing down. Zerg player double expanding, never mind, single expanding somehow on the right side. Another great Plague. Tell me this doesn't look like a hatchery on the minimap. It definitely looks like a hatchery on the minimap. Firebat, 5-kill Lurker. This is a base. Action wants to close this thing out now. If he kills this base, he probably wins, but everything is catching irradiates here. Another Plague on the science vessels today. Repair them. Repair them. You need it. Okay, this position in threatening that top left base is very good, which is why Action has been working so hard to make sure this doesn't happen. He delayed it. He delayed this happening, but it has happened nevertheless. Siege tanks have arrived. And are there enough? Golly, wings. Jumping on top of those tanks. Still one tank on the low ground, tanks on the high ground, covering the tank on the low ground fairly effectively. Trying to jump on in. Is there enough? Sure, we'll take down the Spore. Ready to get plagued, everyone? This Defiler wants to plague you all for free. Irradiate the Lurk. He's like, where is the Lurker? Irradiate it. Yes, he got it. He got it. And now, like a desperation, he's not even casting anything. Oh, okay, well, he dies. One of these guys got I guess he Dark Swarmed is what he did. So, very dangerous. An attack on the right side. Good map awareness. Scan checks this out. Sends a Firebat hit squad down to wipe this right side base out. Scan putting in some absolute work in this match. Dark Swarms allowing the Lings to have the coverage they need to get on top of these tanks, on top of these Marines, anything else except for Firebats, which is what these guys are. When's the last time you guys saw Firebats roasting down an entire hatchery? It's been a while, right? Definitely been a while. Radiate, radiate. Action is at 56 workers. Trying to maybe take care of these Lurkers inside that Dark Swarm with 1-1 siege tanks. He needs another scan if he's going to do that. But yeah, these guys did take down the hatch. This is not a hatch despite what it looks like. 180 to 130 supply right now. Scan is up. Scan is feeling okay. He hasn't actually killed this base yet, but I don't know. I feel like his position will allow him to do that. Burrow is on the way. Tanks are working on 2-2 because all of our guys have 3-2 on the infantry. Big Ling Hydra counterattack here. Suddenly it gets a little bit dangerous here on this run by. These tanks cannot just die for a handful of Lings and Hydras. The cost effectiveness of this is so good. Hurry, Bunker. Bunker, hold it. And Bunker does hold it. There are no Defilers with this army. This is just a little bit attempt at a run by with just those dudes. Okay, good. Awesome. Everything is looking just fine. $196, a maxed out Scan versus a 120 supply Action. I mean, Action does have the better resume, right? Scan, he's, you know, he's qualified for ASL. He's done okay for himself, but like Action is an actual monster over time. Over the years. So we'll see if Scan can pull this off here. He's in a position to do it. These Lurkers, oh gosh, those Lurkers need to die if this is going to work. That Dark Swarm is so good. Nope. Nope. Lurker's not dying. Lurker's not dying. Abort, abort. All the tanks are getting wiped out. My gosh, that's so dangerous. What are these guys doing? Hanging out? I guess. Why are you? I don't know. I don't know what these guys are up to. I don't know what these guys are up to. They're just running down to reinforce. They didn't bring a drone with them either. Why are they defending that position so hard? I guess maybe they will later. Man, tanks. Action knows how to deal with tanks, dude. I don't know if he can kill all of them. Another great plague on those science vessels. Again, the highest priority target you have as a plaguing defiler is a science vessel. 200 to 119 supply. If this base dies, it's over. But I don't know if this base is going to die. Action's keeping the pressure up here at this 12 o'clock base from Scan a lot. Scan is really only on 4 bases. By that I mean some bases have mined out, etc. Nice Plague. Is there... Again, the Lings inside the Dark Swarm. The Firebat count is not enough. The Siege Tanks are not enough to kill them either. These tanks are enough to kill them, however. That +2 attack would be pretty nice. This one tank is so lonely. He's got 7 kills. He's got the 2-2 upgrades. He's probably going to die. Scan is like, I can't engage here. Lings trying to jump on in. Okay, okay, all right. I don't think there's anything in these Dark Swarms to be worried about. Repositioning your tanks up here, maybe. It's just a maxed out scan army. Where is it? I guess some of it's down here. He doesn't have too many SCVs. It's not like his army is small. Okay, trying to take a base down this way, but holding the position with Marines and tanks. That's where a lot of these guys are, is covering it. Because, yeah, he's on 2 bases mining right now at 30 minutes, but that's not great. If you can get 3, you should get 3. Science vessels have been repaired. Scans did a really, really good job at repairing science vessels today. I've seen them plagued, and the next time I check them, they are not hurt anymore. So either he's replacing them entirely, but I don't think that's happening. I don't think he's losing them enough for that to be a thing. Maybe he is. All right, big attack up this way towards the center, threatening the natural base and this 3rd base at the same time. But too many reinforcements coming in. It is a lot of Terran here. Science vessels are, there you go. Defiler gets irradiated. D-Matrix Marine in the mix, trying to take a bunch of this damage. But, dude, you're fighting guys inside Dark Swarm. Don't ever be doing that. My goodness gracious. Is that 3-3 getting fired up now for the tanks? Yes, it is. This game is so good. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it, man. I mean, we're trying to get up to 100,000 subs here in the year 2024, so hit that like button, subscribe. This is such amazingly good StarCraft, folks. Plague, 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 plague. Plague, 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 doesn't get a plague. Okay, no plague, fine. Acceptable. Dark Swarm, Ling, crackling attack here into this 12 o'clock base. Siege tanks taking splash damage from the tanks that are trying to defend them. The Marines are just taking so much there too. This base is up. This base is in trouble. More radiates coming in. Unplagued science vessels are 40% better than plagued science vessels. That is the maths and the science of the whole thing. Okay, popping up in there too. I mean, this has been absolutely bananas. Nice plague there, but we hold. The Firebats are enough to do that. 166 to 101 supply. SCV transfer of doom. What was that? That was a terrible SCV transfer. Why didn't they take this path? I guess maybe they were coming from this base. I don't know where. This base cannot die. Action winning this game from this position would be not surprising, but it'd be impressive. He's completely shutting this down. There are no Firebats at this base at all. 27 Firebats are coming in to try to deal with it. You can't irradiate the Lings in this situation. The worker count is down to 19. 19 for Scan. He just lost so many workers in that bad transfer and then in the SCV attack up here at the 11 o'clock. He relands, yes. Tanks are trying to defend themselves. Okay, Firebats looking good. Boxer maneuvering up here? We would, except for the fact that there's Burrow, which is the answer to the Boxer maneuver. Always has been. Defiler gets irradiated, wanders in, kills a Zergling. That was very fun. 170 to 105 supply. Just kind of parking up here, irradiating Defilers as they pop out of eggs. That's crazy. Just completely countering those Defilers. Big setup. Nice Dark Swarm placement again. Lings and Hydras on the mix. D-Matrix on the Siege Tank, but once they get Dark Swarmed, it doesn't matter as much anymore. They got to get outside of that Dark Swarm, which they are trying to do, and that's it. That's a GG. Action taps out, and Scan is your winner. I guess his attempt was to take this base down. If he could do that, he could win the game. but he couldn't do it. He couldn't get up this ramp. He couldn't take it down. He was mining out of everywhere except this top left base, which isn't enough to sustain him against a Terran that's on 2 bases and has an overall lead on you and has, I mean, great upgrades, 3-3, 3-3 on that mech too. The tanks doing their job. They died a lot, but they took a lot of Zerg with them too. And that's the idea. So couldn't quite kill this base entirely. Couldn't quite even get close to killing this base. And yeah, it was only a matter of time before that one went down. So yeah, Action read the game state, made one last hurrah to try to sneak down here and get this base and put it to a 1-1, which still isn't great if you're a Zerg player, but it's better. It's more viable. He couldn't do it, and he tapped out. So GG. GG. Well done there, Scan. Taking down Action in a bit of an upset here with the SK Terran, with the tanks mixed in. I mean, he just got plagued so much. This game started with a 4 pool and went 35 minutes, y'all. That is an action-packed game of StarCraft. So got outproduced 2-1. He outkilled 2-1. The ratios are pretty good there, I would say, from Scan. And the outspend is only about 8,000 resources in 34 minutes, which really is just simply not enough. This is a tough map for Zerg to kind of get that economy rolling that they want to get rolling. But, yeah, he never really took that 5th base. That 5th base down south at about a 5 o'clock position. There were some Lings and Hydras there, but he never tried to get it. I'm not sure why. It probably felt like he couldn't hold it. He probably wanted the base top left so he could threaten that 12 o'clock of scans while defending his own at the same time, but that might have been a mistake. Hard to say. Hard to say, but anyway, that, guess what, is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.